Hello everyone and welcome to this LECS introduction. What is LECS? LECS is the world's first plug-and-play cybersecurity black box. But let's introduce first the company named Cyber Revolution that found its foundation in 2018 here in Italy. In 2020 we grant an international PCT patent, and in 2022 we had an acceleration program with Cassa Depositi and Prestiti, that is Italian government, and other venture capital. In 2023 we start the distribution that to date we distribute technology in 19 countries in Europe and extra Europe. And in 2024 we had a bridge round where we raised 1,500,000 with the follow-on of Cassa Depositi e Prestiti and the addition of Azimut Venture Capital. In 2025 we are opening a new national research center here in Italy and of course upgrading our internationalization processing. Let's talk about some awards that we won during our way, starting for example to some telco here in Italy that named us one of the best company of cybersecurity. We are also partner of European Institute of Technology about manufacturing also, and we won a lot of acceleration program like Italian Lifestyle in Florence and so on, but also we won a lot of competition, international competition in Zurich, for example, with the Kickstart program. But which is the mission of LECS and Cyber Revolution? Of course, is innovation. So innovating the future of cybersecurity, providing an accessible, automatic, and universal response to everyone. So bringing the complex solution literally for everyone. Let's talk about about the problem. So all as we know is that networks are not security by default and also are vulnerable by supply chain. Why? Because there is a missing of control of in the internal network. We know to date the whole network has maybe firewall for protecting the perimeter and an endpoint security to protect the single endpoint. But we know how many devices to date are present inside the network, like OT, like IoT solutions that cannot has any kind of this solution. So we have to protect all the surface, all the movement, all the internal movement and lateral movement that are already inside the network. This causes a missing response to some attacks, the proliferation of attack inside a network, and also there are 1,000 of logs to analyze. And of course, this is a consequences that needs for expertise, time, dedicated personnel, and of course, last but not least, the excessive costs. The effects, of course, are that there are a lot of undetected vulnerabilities, the failure to manage logs, and not only logs, but also penalties. Just imagine, for example, the NIS2 regulation, the GDPR, and so on, that give also this a poor visibility, control, and response to what is happening inside our network. The solution is LECS. What is LECS? LECS is an NDR solution, so threat network detection and response technology that is the world's first plug-and-play cybersecurity black box, where black box is not because LECS is a box and is black, but is an engineer process and study of this technology that allow to be full automatic solution and no configuration is needed. It's inspired by military black boxes and offer two in one. So in one solution we found the network debugging and network security. Of course it has an automatic updates and offer a monitoring of our network 24 hours for 7 days. LECS of course has an internal point of view, and it operates in very stealth mode and protects where firewall and ADR or XDR cannot, giving a lot of physical resilience of log, and also it's a black box solution, so it not expose any port, protocol, services, nothing. It's literally blocked and closed, giving of course a 360-degree analysis of all individual singular connections inside a network. LECS offer of course an ET, IoT and OT protection, so it's very transversal and has also a very strong countermeasures that is very calculated the way LECS responds to threats and defends all type of devices. So starting from coffee machine to IoT to IT, PC, server, and so on. And of course, even the manufacturing companies where there is a production. So for all the machinery, and provide an automatic and very strong and fast response. Another very important key point of LECS is his complementary. So LECS can be integrated into any environment and with any vendor present already inside the network, and it operates in standalone mode. So it does not rely on any existing network devices. So all the process is made by LECS and thanks to his own AI inside. But of course, LECS is a very closed solution, black box, very secure, but it's possible to integrate it with SIEM, SOAR and SOC via web API. LECS of course is a technology made and data in Italy, but of course there are also on-premise versions that keeps data inside the appliance, and these are patented systems. The LECS installation is really plug and play, and it will need just 10 minutes because you just need to connect into your network, usually in a core switch or a central switch on the mirror or spam port, register it on the platform, and the installation is completed, and you have been bringing a technology of military inside your network in just plug in one cable, providing you network defense, network control, but also log notarization. That is very important because LECS, thanks to a private blockchain, can certify mathematically that the logs cannot be changed, reducing fraud risks and to ensure the security, immutability, and supporting of course all the insurance and all the compliances required by, for example, GDPR, NIS2, DORA, and so on. Let's go deeper in what's inside LECS. We found the three principal engines called Specto, Raises, and Theresia. Specto is the detection engine, Raises is the autonomous response engine, and Theresia is the heart, the brain of LECS, that is of course the artificial intelligence. How LECS do the detection? Using a triangulation, as we can see, starting from a static analyze, so using all the threat intelligence coming all over the world. We bite all the intelligence from all the biggest vendor from America, Europe and Asia, because everyone see the security in a very different way, so we want to use a unique system, so we have compact all these providers, and also this is helped by an heuristic and morphologic and entropic analyze that allow us to win a lot of awards here in Italy with the university, because we are checking all the very strange movements and bring it by mathematical analysis, very advanced and complex analysis. And above all, there is of course Theresia, the AI analysis based on models, generative models, and has been reinforced by, of course, neural network that will increase and learn from the network of the customers, becoming always more perfect and punctual in the detection. And as we can see, thanks to this triangulation and not based only AI, we in some cases reduce the false positive, that is the biggest problem for an NDR solution, by the 87%. So it's very, very important things. We have seen how LECS done the detection. Now let's check how the dynamic response of LECS works. Starting from knowing that the system will respond in a very calculated and measured way based on the type and how the impact of that attacks can be strong in our network. So let's we start from a threat classification and events, starting from 1 to 5. And after raises, that is the engine of response, will do a procedures and automatic threat mitigation, injecting packets inside the network, starting from very low level of the ISO-OSI networking protocols. So it do it in a very different way, and it can be also an energetic air gap in case of very extreme dangerous attacks. Another different approach of LECS compared to other solutions is that has a polling approach. So LECS will not let open any connection continuously with the external ecosystems. So it has no impact on bandwidth consumption, and the user privacy compliance is very guaranteed. Also updates bring another step of security, because the timing for updates is decided by the AI inside any single appliances, and LECS is hard to detect, so enhance your security, and the update of course are not push, so it's LECS that goes outside and take his updates about all the rules like threat intelligence, CVA, and indicator of compromisions, and so on. But of course, the very differences from LECS to other competitors is that LECS is a black box approach, so does not expose any port, protocol, services, so it's not possible of remote code execution, brute forcing, credential theft, DDoS, and so on. So that's why LECS is very strong approach inside your network to protect what is more important for you, so the data. All the job done by LECS can be monitored by a dashboard and a multi-level notification systems. It's all AI based, because we know that time is very precious, and so we need to have the important notifications and alarms in a very easy way, in a very immediate way. So that's why LECS provide an automatic and manual reporting, and also send email and instant messaging, so on multi-platform. It's also a multi-tenant dashboard, so your partner can also monitor your data and what is happening. And of course we provide a simplified visualization in natural language, so you can see all the job done by LECS in two different ways. The first one is to analyze bit for bit any single movement inside your network. The second way is to use the AI, that is the heart of LECS, taking only the important notification and in a very easy way. Let's see how many products we have. Of course, we have bringed the technology of LECS inside the different appliances in the market, so that we can afford any kind of environment, starting from small companies to medium, but also corporate enterprises and public administration. LECS is also very strong in some military or critical environment, and the technology inside the brain is always the same. It's just the dimension of hardware that is good for that kind and number of hosts and bandwidth to analyze, starting from LECS Business, that is ideal for small company, and going to LECS Core 2P and 4P, that is ideal for medium-sized companies, offering of course multi-ports for analyze maybe multi-switch solution and environment, and going to LECS core with SFP ports to analyze entire big companies with more and more traffic inside. LECS can also be on-premise, so can keep data inside, so guarantee the privacy at the maximum level without any problem. There are also some virtual LECS, so we are working actually with major hypervisors like Proxmox, VMware, and Hyper-V. And of course, in this case, we are losing the black box approach, but of course, we are also providing all the detection and response environment. To date, LECS is a validated technology all over the world. Actually, it's a technology present in 24 countries, and we are distributed in 19 countries. We did a lot of POCs in very different kind of environments and infrastructure. And the customer satisfaction is very high, and it goes to 100%. And LECS, of course, is present in a very big pharmaceutical, multinational, but is also present in aerospace, automotive, currencies, manufacturing, and so on. So whenever is needed a security solution, plug-and-play security solution, LECS is, of course, your solution. How is the business model of LECS? Is very simple and scalable system because it provides a license with annual or multi-year subscriptions that includes an hardware appliance for free and all the related to the updates, so updates for security, new releases, and so on, the report, notification, and dashboard to check all the entire ecosystem, and of course the warranty and the log retention that depends from any black box and appliance. Just a quick recap about the strength points of LECS. So let's talk about the KPI, starting from the installation time and the difficulty that is very quick, simple, easy, and without any interruption of working, because the first mission of LECS, of course, is to keep and guarantee the business continuity of our customers. Another very important point is that LECS provides solution also where ADR and XDR solution cannot be installed. Just imagine IoT solution, machinery, manufacturing, but also whole ecosystems, and not only, of course, this one, but also the whole entire IT ecosystem and providing security to server and all the lateral movement, the internal movement that to date were literally uncovered by nothing. With LECS, we had a very impact and significant layer that complete the security ecosystem, providing very accessible, strong solution for any kind of environment, thanks also to the easy log management, the easy implementation, and his easy scalability and modularity inside any network. Cyber Evolution is of course certificated ISO 9001, ISO 27001, also supply all the compliances of NIST and NIST2 framework, and I remember that of course LECS is a patented worldwide technology and certified of excellence. At the end I add that we are releasing a new application for Android and iOS, and also a new LECS AI agent that will provide an additional security layer to the LECS ecosystems. Thank you for your attention, and contact us and feel free to reach us for any questions.